What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bird's Eye View. Yours truly, Will I Am, in the building with Will. We got Mika. What's going on with you, Mika?
Not much, not much. Slow motion. Ready for this big game Saturday.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Bump City, what's going on with you?
Hey, same. Ready for the see what we do this Saturday and tomorrow. So you know,
Some
weekend
big
full of
games.
festivities, no doubt.
Yeah,
Some
I'm ready to see Louisville. I'm ready to see basketball also. I want to see what they look like against Indiana.
need it.
Hmm.
Need it. We
Yeah,
need it. We need it. But
yeah.
before we get into that, we're going to get caught up on some things that happened last week and all that kind of stuff like that. And we're going to start off, though. We're going to start off with women basketball. Let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling with that. Basically, to sum up that week, you're talking about Louisville goes up to Lexington and lose to UK in overtime. Then they bounce back, go to Orlando, and beat South Florida, which that game got kind of hurry also. But I mean, let's just chew the fat a little bit. Let's go ahead and knock this out the park real quick with UK. What's your thoughts on the UK game, Bump? Because I know you watched the game, we watched the game. So, what was your thoughts?
It was a good competitive game. Nothing you can really be disappointed with. I mean, Kentucky. They with the new coach. He's beaten Jeff Walls the last, I think, 3 or 4 times head to head, even when he was with Virginia Tech. So I knew he was gonna have his girls ready to play. And he bought a nice little point guard with him that, what I'm saying. She didn't have a great game, but she still controlled the game a whole lot. I think we still should have won. Game winner overtime. We was up by five, I think maybe two a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go. But we had some freshmen that made freshman mistakes. But overall, I really like the team, and I was proud of the effort they put forth, even losing in overtime to a team like Kentucky that's going to be formidable this year.
Right. No, you absolutely right. Mika, did you have anything on that one?
I agree. I think that it was a good game, like you said. I mean, you knew it was a good game because it went to overtime. But
Right.
I think in overtime, we kind of just collapsed. We didn't do what needed to be done to win the game, free throws, and we made careless mistakes. But and it's a rivalry, and we're
Right.
young, so that could have
Right.
been something for them to get used to, also in that type of environment in overtime.
Right. I'm just gonna say this: your veterans, as far as been starting 3 to 4 years, cannot have a total of 7 points. You
I
cannot have
agree.
Olivia Cochran with 2 points for the game. There's no way that could happen. Or should happen at
Right.
all. And Nyla Harris with 5. I mean, that kind of stuff like that. You expect them because, like Mika said, you got a lot of newcomers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of freshmen or transfer in type stuff like that. So you expect that your veterans will go ahead and lead. At least they've been in the environment. And you're right,
Hmm.
Right.
Bump. Their new coach, I mean, he's been there, but hell, he ain't got the same team that he had at Virginia Tech. He does have the best player as far as
Indeed.
Amore. You know what I'm saying? Amore is
Right.
a
She's
hell of a
tough.
point guard, but
Yeah, she's tough.
she
She's
also
tough.
had like about 7 to 8 turnovers.
Right. She didn't. She
So
didn't have a great game.
Louisville got in her, but it is too much to me that was relying on the freshmen and missed free throws. I mean, last time I checked, Jeff Walls can't shoot free throws for you. So
That's true. That's
but
true.
I do love that they did bounce back against a road game, South Florida. And one thing I also
Right.
love about Walls is that you go down to South Florida, take care of business. Now you can ready to go out. I think they got Colorado next, right? You got
Okay.
Colorado, then you got UConn. So he doesn't care. He's gonna play you anywhere, and it's all learning experience for these young ladies. Because like we said about these transfer portals, this team is not going to jail to the end of the season anyway. So very impressed
Right.
with that. So yeah, and that's why I look at it. So you hate to lose to UK. I mean, it is what it
Yeah.
is. First time in a long time. But how long was it? How long has it been since UK
I
beat
believe it's
Louisville?
been 6 or 7 years
7 years.
since they beat.
It was 7
7 years.
years.
7 years.
Yeah, seven
7 years
years.
since they beat us.
Yeah,
Almost kind of how the football team has done us.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's double nasty.
Right.
Yeah.
That's double nasty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mika, for that one. Thank you for that. Yeah, that hit real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely. And the men's basketball, and we're going to preview Indiana and Louisville, but they got a solid win against Wofford. Uh, I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a completely blowout, but when you down two people that's in your rotation,
Yes. Right.
to come out with that win, because really they're probably the second best team that Louisville has played, big time. So what's your thoughts on this, Bump?
Wolford kept it closer than I expected, like you said, with them missing people. But overall, I think, I'm saying, we played a good game. I mean, shot a lot of threes and missed a lot of threes. They kept the game close early. But in the end, I'm glad we went on and pulled it out.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Mika, was you in the house on this one? Did you get to watch this at
I was
the
not
Young?
in the house on this game. I was not, but I agree with Bump. I mean, we just, it was a close game, but we pulled it out, and that's what we needed to do. And
Hmm.
they showed a little bit more defense this game.
Yeah.
We wasn't, just sucking it up.
Right, right. No, I love it because Mr. Rain, he went ahead. He's lights out, man. He was on
Right.
fire. That's the thing about it. I mean, I still don't know. I don't know if you guys know who is going to be our go to. Because everybody's
I
pretty
still
much
don't
on
know
the
yet.
same level. I don't know.
I don't
And
know either, but I don't know. But I think I told you guys that game for Tennessee, he seems to be the only one that
yeah,
right now who is consistent. Like we know
Right.
that he's gonna come in and he's gonna get his points and he's gonna get to the free throw line. Like he's just consistent. So I
right.
think that he might be that guy.
Do you guys think it's because he's been in the system before and he knows exactly what uh,
PK wants.
Kelsey wants? Do you think that's
Right.
that's it? Besides being a lights out shooter, because you
I
still.
do.
I think.
I think as part of, I'm anxious to see how he does against coaches that's going to key on him.
Hmm.
We know tomorrow he plays a coach with Mike Woodson for Indiana that's going to extend it. That's defense oriented team, and they're going to extend their defense. And they know right now coming in, he's the shooter. So will he be able to get his shot off tomorrow? Is what I'm gonna be looking at for him. So I love how he shot the ball and how he's produced for us. But I'm anxious to see if he'll be able to get his stuff off when he's the key focus of the defense.
Well, he gonna play zone, which last year he played. I think it was last year. Was it last year that he played zone against KP and we didn't know how to handle it? We went. Was it the year before? It's
Did
one
we
of
play
them.
them last year?
Oh, the year before. It might have been his first year.
I don't remember us playing them
It might
last
have
year
been
because
last.
I
I
don't
don't.
think we knew how to
Yeah,
play zone against anybody's team
and
last year.
that's so it was the first year, and that's elementary. If you don't know how to play zone offense, it is what it is. To me, I don't think he's gonna have a problem getting his shot off. I mean,
I don't
I
think so either.
dude, but I know what you're talking about. It's about the looks. If he's getting those looks, because if you're gonna extend it out or whatever, but dude got great range, quick release.
Right.
To me, what I'm worried about is case and prior and all them. So, and we'll get in that. We'll get into that real quick. We'll definitely get in that. I mean, we actually are already in that. So let's do it. Case and prior and them is what scares the living shit out of me,
Yeah.
because I just think that if they zone and everything else, they're gonna be fine, and you don't need to be shooting them three. To me, the best two
Right.
free throw 3-point shooters is Rain and Waterman. So
Yeah.
let's move the ball in the free throw line, pass out or whatever. We just can't jack up stuff, and that's what I mean. I love Casey's energy. I love that and all this stuff. I just think you need to have him in the office and say, hey, "This is what I need your role to be," instead of coming in off the bench and jacking up a three. But I think it's going to be a good game.
Right.
I mean, I hope I'm eager to see what we're going to do, big time. What do you think,
I
Amik?
think that the Tennessee loss has kind of prepared us to be ready for defense like that. You know what I'm saying? I hope anyway, because Tennessee was very aggressive. If that didn't prepare them for tomorrow, then I don't think I think we are who we are. Then you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like if
right,
you
Yeah.
didn't learn from that lesson, then I don't think that we're going to be what we want to be.
right, right.
Yeah. I think if Indiana does come out in that extended zone that they play sometimes, you're gonna have to have a guy like a Case and Pryor that you're gonna have to put at the free throw line. We know in the zone the free throw line jumper's open,
Open.
and you can facilitate either take a dribble and dish it off or whatever. I hit that free throw line jumper on the 2-3. So he's gonna have to go ahead and change. And I would like to know his percentage from 3 point this year. He hasn't really been looking good from 3 point range. So you're gonna have to move inside and try to develop a mid range game because you have the height and the ability to be that outlet in the 2-3 zone at the free throw line and maybe pop a jumper there. So I'm
Right.
anxious to
Well,
see how. Go ahead, Mika.
Terrence did pretty good that last game that we played, right? Like, didn't he come out and have like about 20 points or something?
Who's this?
Terrence Edwards, ain't that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that was in Bellarmine. He balled out of control. In Bellarmine, he didn't
Yeah,
ball out of
yeah.
control in
He,
this
I
game.
think he had a good showing. I think if he's consistently with that type of play, him and Chucky, because I think Chucky also played pretty good.
yeah. He did. Chucky
Then
had a
we
good
can
game.
win games.
Terrence Edwards needs to realize that he's not a 3 point shooter, so he needs to attack the rim. He needs to get to the mid range jumper, shoot his mid range jumper. He's too many pump
Agree.
fakes, too many pump fakes out of the three,
Yeah,
and then he's losing the ball. Make your mind up,
Hmm.
man. That's not what you're doing. You can start out there, but you need to have your counter moves and everything else. Because if I'm Indiana and I'm playing zone, I want him out there. Go ahead, bro.
right.
Shoot that.
Yeah,
You know,
right, right.
go ahead and do that. But I'm with you. I think he looked. I think Chucky and him did look great against Bellarmine. Is going downhill, being assertive, aggressive. You're gonna have to play that way. I mean, you're going against other athletes. You're not gonna
Exactly.
you're not going against
Yeah,
somebody like dude, that's in the church league. No, you're going against other athletes that are athletic. So we're gonna see. And can we stop
It's
them? Can we stop their big man inside?
that's gonna be a question. Who's gonna guard
that
him?
is going to be the
Because
question.
we know Indiana's athletes are a little different from Bellarmine's.
Hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Bellarmine's
for
not
sure.
Bellarmine's not the team Bellamy had 2 years ago.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And like you said, who is gonna go a guard baller? Is it gonna be Mr. Scott? It's time to step up. I
right.
mean, everything not is just an alley oop. I need to see you play some defense.
Yeah, you got to get physical. Because from here on
Gotta
out,
get
it gets
physical.
physical.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you win this game, you're probably gonna be playing Gonzaga, and we know how they ball.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't don't make
Yeah.
Thanksgiving horrible. Don't make it horrible.
Right,
Please
right, right.
don't. Oh, Lord. So real quick, Mika, you are score whisperer. So what you
Huh.
got? What you got for us?
I'm gonna uh I don't know. I'm gonna say uh 72-69
Mm,
Louisville.
Mm,
mm.
I'm gonna
mm,
go 72-69.
mm. Okay. Bump City, what you got?
You know, I'm going with my cards, so I'm gonna go 76 to 72. Close game.
It's gonna be a
Close
close
game.
game, I think.
Yeah,
All right,
close
I'm
game.
I'm gonna go. I'll go 69-64 Louisville.
Okay.
It look like y'all be waiting for me to say the other team because y'all know I'll say the other team in a heartbeat.
Hey,
y'all look
hey,
like y'all look like what this fool gonna say? What he gonna say?
Hey,
right.
that's
Who's
you.
he
That's
picking?
you. I'm never gonna go against you.
Nah.
Who's this fool picking? I'm
Hey,
going with Louisville on this.
I learned my lesson with Clemson, Mika.
I tell you, don't go against
oh,
us.
Nah, I'm
oh,
not going against my squad.
oh. Did you learn your lesson against Stanford? Louisville
No,
loses to
no.
Stanford and beats Pitt. Bounce back game after an embarrassing loss. Big time. I mean, they stood up, stand out last week, but it's still a nasty taste in your mouth when you think about that
Right,
Stanford thing. Like I said, great thing to be. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the Stanford game real quick. Like I said, we're not doing those stats, nothing like that. But just want to talk about that game. Mika, what was your thoughts on that Stanford game? And did it? I don't know. Just whatever you want to do with that.
I mean, I just don't understand how you have control of the game and then you just allow them to just have their way. Like we just totally collapsed. I'll tell you the truth. I think if we talked about it last week, I'd still be mad. But today, I'm no longer mad because of the way that we came out and played Pittsburgh. So it's no longer. It's not a bad taste in my mouth anymore. It's a sucky loss. I will say that, but I'm not mad anymore.
Hmm. Bump City.
It was a very undisciplined game, man. You get penalties jumping outside. You had sportsmanlike penalties at the end of the game that cost us.
But yeah,
That we had two penalties in the last drive, their last drive, that cost us 20 yards and the
yeah,
field goal, winning field goal for them. So I mean, it was
yeah,
a hard. You let one player, one receiver for them have like 13 catches and I believe over close to 200 yards
A
receiving.
freshman. A freshman.
A
yeah.
freshman, a true freshman, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
when you have those problems, man, it hurts you because it takes a damper as far as the fans and enthusiasm that we felt for the season at that point. I mean, it's great we
Yeah,
came back and did Pittsburgh the way we did, but just think the excitement would be going into this Kentucky game if we had went up there and did what we supposed to do out California.
true,
So it was
true.
very disappointing. Like Mika said, it doesn't bother as much as it did that night because we was thinking we're one way coming off a high win at Clemson, and
Right.
then to come out the next week and let Egg and Stanford, a team that we knew we was better than, winning by what 14
Did they
in the
win by
fourth quarter,
4?
and
Yes,
let
Yeah,
that
sir.
game slip away.
yeah,
They end up hitting a field goal, but we was up by like 14 with a
Yeah,
couple
up
of
yeah.
about
in
We
the
was up
third
14.
and fourth,
14
I
points.
believe.
Yes,
Girls are up
yes.
14.
Right, and you can't. I mean, you can't if you're going to be a powerhouse or a contender or playing the 12-team playoff. You got to win games like that
A
You
must.
gotta win.
A must. A
without
must.
question.
But here's what I don't know if you guys remember this, but we talked about this game early in the season, and we all was like, it's gonna probably not be a win because we
It was a
was
trap
on the
game.
road.
Yeah,
We was on the road, and we was like, I don't know if we're gonna win this game. And what happened? We didn't win.
But you know what?
right,
We all, we was talking about it, but then we all had that confidence. With Clemson,
right,
we like, oh no, ain't no way. We right here. We might not, we probably not gonna make the playoffs, but we're gonna be a high rank 15, 16. We doing well. We went to Clemson. There's no way we're gonna fall on our face. And we did. I think the most disappointing
Okay.
thing is, like you said, being undisciplined, but also the people who was getting these penalties were like veterans. You know,
Yes.
come
Yes.
on, man. Come on. You've been
Yeah.
around. What are you doing? Like, stop the
We done.
madness. It was too many. I think we had over 120 something penalty
yeah.
yardage, which is ridiculous on the road. I don't care who you are. You're not beating that. Uh, I think the whole thing is that when I went to the game, the Pittsburgh game, or tailgating, it was just a lot of lackluster. Like, it wasn't overcrowded early or nothing like that because it took the sale out of the win, right? It's like
It did. It did.
it went out of the sale. It was crazy because it's like, oh man, that make no difference. And then some people probably thought, oh, we're gonna lose the Pitt because we lost to Stanford and things like that. But
Right.
hats off to the guys because they came, they showed up,
They came
they
out and
kicked
played.
ass.
They
They
did.
kicked
They
ass
did.
on all
They kicked
facets of the
ass.
game, big time.
Yep.
And that's what you should do. But I just hate that, and I'm not as mad like you guys said as I was. But this disappointing because when you got a whole bunch of team of these transfers and different stuff, the upperclassmen, some of these penalties you shouldn't be doing. Period.
And
Uh,
not that late in the season, at that late
right,
in the game, when you know the game is on the line. Like, come
right,
on, like,
right.
And then
because there
at
was
that
no
point
way
of the
that he was going
season,
to make that field goal if it was work. Because what was it, 56 yards that he was going to have to kick in
Yeah,
third,
right,
and
right,
yeah.
then it was just like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
come
you helped
on.
him out,
yeah,
bro. That you never know. But also, Brom, what was you thinking
right.
when he went for it? When he went for it and
For
gave the
a Hail Mary, right,
Hail Mary.
Right, that play call made no sense.
It's different if you got Lamar Jackson back there running for 8 minutes, 8 seconds, and then throwing it.
right.
Like, what are you doing? And gave them the opportunity. Here's the field position. Just go ahead and do what you got to do.
That yeah, yeah.
And something else we didn't really talk about was at that point in the season coming off that Clemson win, we was getting talked about nationally as being one of the hottest teams in the nation.
yeah.
We was. Remember the week before
Yeah.
that game, we had moved up to 19 in the college playoffs. Like,
Right.
so
Right.
in those standings, so it was like really, like you guys just really, and that weekend was major shakeups. If we would have won that game,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
telling
Hmm.
what could have happened.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
that one
this.
hurt.
Yeah, that crushed
Yeah, it
us.
did. Yeah, it
That
did.
And
crushed
it's
us.
still a question of who are we right now? Are we the team that beat Pittsburgh, or I mean, I think right now we're kind of Mr. Jekyll and Hyde or whatever, Hyde and Jekyll, however you want to say it. Because one
Hmm.
week we're up, next week we're down. So who are we? We thought we would know by now, but which team are we? It's week
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find
to
out
week for
soon.
real.
We're gonna find out this time, and it's
Yeah.
already said it gets embraced, and this is what we've been talking about already. And so, pretty much, we're
Yeah,
all at ease with this because that Pittsburgh win was a dominating all facets
dominant
of the game.
on
So,
every facet of the game: offense, defense, special teams. Everybody came to play Saturday.
Right.
love it, love it. Did a great job on that. Way to bounce back, Louisville, with that one. But let's go ahead and get into this, man. Louisville 3.5 point favorite at Kentucky.
Mm.
Noon.
Wow.
Got a noon game because Kentucky decided this was garbage as far as regular season. So pushed us to this noon game. And Louisville didn't help with the Stanford stuff, but even though they bounced back.
Right.
Wow. 3.5 point favorite. Oh, okay. Bump. What's your first thoughts on this game, man? What's your first thought?
You can throw all the favorites and all of it out the window. I mean, Kentucky could be 0-5, but they'll find some way to come in and play the best game of the century against us. And we know what with them not being bowl eligible, this is their every year essentially it's their Super Bowl. They live to
Every
beat
year.
us and throw the L's down. So
Yeah.
all of it goes out the window. I think they have a little more sense of urgency because they would rather spoil our season. What I'm saying, being the last game of the year, and then it's a rivalry game, and I think they been the last couple of years they took it a lot more serious than we have.
Mm.
Yes,
So
agree.
I'm anxious to see how we come out. We're gonna have to play a clean game. Kentucky's still a very formidable opponent. They play great defense. The
That's it.
offense is
That's
terrible,
it. That's it.
but it's against us, so they're gonna put more effort into the games and it's the last home game for them. So after this, they turn in equipment.
Right.
It's a wrap for the masses. So
Yes.
they're gonna come out and play their best ball. So I'm hoping we do the same. I like to see us come out and play like Brom said, a clean game without the penalties, and play our best game against their best game and see how we come out.
Mika, what's your thoughts on the game?
I agree. I think that when you have rivalries, you can't focus on who's the better team on paper because it's a
Right.
rivalry. So you never know who's showing up. And I just hope that we're ready to play. I hope that Shuck takes those chances, that he's a game maker in this game. Like he's not just sitting in the pocket too long. As you guys said, they have a great defense. They showed that against Georgia with the low scoring game. I just hope that we're ready to play. It's going to
Uh,
be cold also. So,
Right.
that's a factor.
Running time, baby. Running time. Running time. I hope it's no rain. You remember that one year, what was it, about 2 or 3 years? It was rain and that neutralized
Yeah, pretty
Louisville
much.
speed and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say this. As much as we give praise to UK's defense, the vaunted defense, which that's what they have, I love it. But they are, as far as points wise, the third uh, worst defense as far as giving up points.
Oh, wow.
They have given up 212 yards. 200, I mean,
See?
points. 212 points.
Okay.
You back with us, Bump? I was
Did we freeze
saying
up or something? Or
we got you back on, man.
okay,
We ain't
Welcome
asking
back.
we ain't asking you. Yeah, welcome back, dude. We know you on stuff.
appreciate it.
Welcome back.
What I was saying is that as much as credit, and we know about Stoops being defensive, but they are the third worst team defense as far as points given up. They have
Okay.
allowed in their conference 212 points. And they did a great. And you got to think they did a great job against Georgia and Ole Miss. right?
Right.
So who's putting
Yes,
all these points on them, right? So my
yes,
thing is this: clean is definitely what you have to do. Let me get that right there. Clean, you have to be clean, but you still got to rock and roll, man. We have to be ourselves. We got to have a balanced attack. We got to have to pass it, like you said. Shuck's gonna have to throw it downfield. Brown and Watson has to be a major factor so this running game. And then I look at it this way: a lot of people, it's their last game, like forever to play. That's gonna play at Kentucky. You got some NFL people that
true.
Right.
may not even play. And if they do
That's
play, are they thinking about? I ain't trying to get hurt in this game. It's a
right.
lot of stuff. You got a rookie. You got a freshman quarterback, Bully, who's a transfer from another state that came here and played for Lexington Catholic, one of them schools like that. Great player as far as that. Inexperienced, inexperienced, big time. So I'm thrilled to see y'all guy. What he gonna do, Mister English, with a freshman quarterback. Yeah, y'all got.
Right.
Yeah, I think y'all kept him here. I really do. I think y'all kept him here. And this gets into the key. To me, it's going to be our defense making sure that we keep them as the dormant offense that they are. Make sure you
Right.
stay there. Don't give up no special team big play to get people hyped. Make sure you keep
Right.
everybody in front of you, because Brown and Key are monsters. Those
Right.
receivers can play anywhere. Let's keep it real. They can play anywhere. You got to keep
Yeah.
everybody in front of you. Don't let nobody get behind you. Because I'm not scared of the running game. The running game is not that good, and Bowley shouldn't beat you. That's the key to me. Our defense
Right.
against them. Mika, what you think is the key for a Louisville win?
I agree. Also, I think defense has to show up and show out the way they've been playing. And because we already know who our offense is. We
Yes.
run up every game. Like we don't. There's not been a game that we've not been offensively on. I just think that the defense is going to, and I don't want them on the field very long, like because we see what happens when they're on the field too long. But
Right.
I want them to just go out and control the game.
Bump City.
I think, man, if you get an early lead on a team like Kentucky and take them out of what they want to do, because I know Stoops wants to take the air out the ball. He's going to want to run and keep our offense off the field. So if you jump out to a 14 or a 10 or 17-point lead early and force them to throw the ball, something they don't like to do, you got a good recipe for success. But like Mika said, you got to keep our defense off the field to get our offense on the field to put points on them. So if
Yeah.
our defense come and plays, which Kentucky's battle test, they play some of the best teams
Oh
in the
yes,
nation.
yes.
So they're not gonna be scared of us coming in. They done played the
Oh, for
Georgias and the
sure.
Ole Miss.
Oh
Right,
yes. Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
we know
battle
that.
tested. Kentucky, they didn't look bad against Texas. They lost, but they didn't look terrible against Texas.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
thinking if we jump out on the early lead and force him to do things that they don't want to do, because I know he wants to take the air out the ball,
Yes.
and
Yes.
yeah, he wants to take the air out the ball and keep our offense off the field. So
That's why that Clemson game is huge.
right,
Yes.
You done played in one of the most scared place to play in. Ain't lost
right.
in
That's right.
years. Ain't
Right,
lost
Right.
in years. So, let's shake that off. Let's rock and roll. But no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you big time on that. I agree with you. What's your confidence level, guys? On Louisville winning Saturday. Mika, what's your confidence level?
I told you guys, I think we're gonna win. I'm not really. I do think that it's gonna be, whoever comes out and makes that first attack. I think it's gonna be major and makes that statement. Like, and if that includes them going out there and scuffing around, I'm okay with that. So, I think we're gonna win though.
1 to 10.
okay,
I'm a 8.
8. Okay.
I'm an 8.
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Bump City.
Yeah.
I'm going I'm about 51%. You know, I'm at like 51% for the fact that it's a rivalry game. They beat us in the last six. Even games that we thought we was gonna beat them, they came in somehow and pulled out a victory. So, I think we're the better team, like I did last year. So I'm gonna go one over and say 51%. for the simple fact that it's a rivalry game and they just pull shit out of their ass when they playing us. You know what I'm saying? So
So
but not 51%.
so basically, you said a 5.1 out of 10. Is that what you're going with, brother?
5.1, brother.
Okay,
5.1.
okay, okay, okay.
5.1.
I'm with you, and I understand that truly,
Right.
and you hit it right on the head. To me, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with a 7. I'll go with a
Okay.
7. Uh, it might snow. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's gonna
just
Right.
be
never,
cold.
you just never know. It's always something that plays in this game. Last year's Louisville was supposed to take care of business, they didn't. And like I said, I'm thinking it was a couple of years ago when it rained and Louisville was favored. Everything you can just throw out the window, like you said. But I'm going with a 7 because you just don't know.
Right.
You know, let's see. We'll see. Goodness gracious, we'll
Right.
see. Does a win or loss determine if the season is successful? Bump City.
Yes, it does. It does. I mean, you can't. We really can't afford to lose to a team like Kentucky that's had a terrible season. And then you come in and had not we didn't have a great season, but we had a good season. And I think if you lose to a team like Kentucky at this stage, I mean, what's their record? What,
4-7.
4-7? You go in out down there and lose to a 4-7 team that has nothing to play for, no bowl game or whatever. It puts a damper on your season.
Yeah, it does.
It puts a damper on your season because you got to live the whole year, not only with knowing the fact that Kentucky beat you, you got to listen to their fans for a whole nother year. Throwing the L's down and all of that. So it plays a major part in it. So yeah, I believe you have to win this game to deem the season successful.
Mika,
Agree.
what?
I think so too. I think that we all know that this is, we don't like to lose to them. Like, I'll take any loss rather than
Right.
them. Like, I
Right.
don't want to, and because their fan base is crap, bro. Like, their fan base is nasty. I hate that L down shit. Like, I freaking hate that. So I don't,
Yeah.
and we're there, so we know that they're gonna be throwing that bull crap up. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I think I agree. Like, if you lose again, yeah, you that Clemson win means nothing.
Big time. You hit it on the head. It erases everything.
Yeah.
Every
Yep,
positive stuff you did is erased. You got a
yep,
team that's 1-7 in their
yes,
conference.
Right.
yes,
I don't give a shit how close
yes.
you played somebody. They're 1-7 in their conference. You're supposed to
Wow.
go down there and beat them. I don't want to hear all
Yeah,
that.
because you are.
They should be 0-8. Ole
Yeah.
Miss laid an egg, big
Yeah.
time. There's no way if you lose this game that you can deem this successful at all.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's like you
no,
taking steps backwards, bro. Like you come on, man. You got a veteran team.
yeah,
You know what's going on. You cannot afford to do this. Your play calling is going to be key too. That's another thing. How is Brom going to call this game?
Yeah.
It's going to dictate a lot of what we're going to be doing. Because if we jump on top of them, then you, like you said, you take them out of the element. They have to pass. They're in a pass team. I don't give a shit. You put Bernie Kosar back there. They're not a passing team.
No.
It'll make a difference. It's too late in the game for that. It's too
And
late in the game.
another thing that plays a factor, you got a coach that truly, truly understands the rivalry now in Braun. So we can't say
yeah.
like Satterfield that, well, hell, he's oblivious to the rivalry.
No
No, he
excuses.
lived here. You know it.
Brom is
You
born and
live here,
raised.
so
No
yeah, you born and
excuses.
raised, so you understand. You understand what this game means to fans.
Yeah, yeah.
No excuses whatsoever. You got to take care
Right.
of business.
Zero.
You have to take care of business. Before I go to let me see. Yeah, let's do this one. What do you normally do for the Louisville versus Kentucky football game? Yeah. What's going on, Mika? What you doing at the game? Do you normally go somewhere or what? What's the deal?
Well, last year I did go to the game. That
Mm-hmm.
was my very first UK U of L game because I have a very bad attitude when it comes to playing them. And so I know my mouth.
Right. 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 Right.
So, but I'll tell you this. That was so exciting, and even
Hmm.
though we lost at the end of the game, the atmosphere was amazing. Now I would
Right.
never, ever, never take myself to Lexington for a game.
No, hell
For
no.
that for a U of L Kentucky game, I would never do that. But typically, I hook up with my friends and watch the game.
Hey, you
Yeah.
had supporters. Bump City.
Plus, Mika, they stadium smells like bleeding gums and cow shit. But no, I'm just messing with the Kentucky fans, and I know it's like, hey, but for real, man, it's usually you know what I'm saying, gather with some friends or whatever, depending on where, you know what I'm saying, who's having something. Or I sit in my lucky seat here in the, you know what I'm saying, in the man cave
Right.
Yeah,
and marinate, and so just chill out and watch it because I'm one of them ones that once the game's over, well, in question, it's over and done with, and the game's is over with, and you know who's winning.
Right.
I flick that channel quick and catch me another game.
Right.
You
I'm
know,
with you. I'm
Right.
with
yeah,
you.
I flick that channel quick.
Right. You know, it's so crazy because what Mika said is kind of how it was when I first started going to the game, season tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
The football game, like I was looking for fights. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like, who can I clock out? You know what I'm saying? Because it's always going back and forth. And as I got older,
Yeah,
like, and smarter, didn't want to get sued or anything. It's like, hey, calm down. It's not like that. But it just brings it out of you. It just brings that
yes,
right,
hatred out of
yes.
you. And it ain't so much the players, it's the fans.
right.
It's the
It's the
Hey,
fans.
fans. They
it
It's
got
the
is,
great
man.
they
fans.
got great players that I enjoy watching. I just don't root for
Right,
them. But it's the fans that make you take you to that other level. And it's also the Louisville fans, especially as a home game, that sell the tickets, or they sell the tickets to Kentucky fans, or they really
yeah,
Kentucky fans and they show their true colors when they play Louisville.
true,
That type of
true,
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. But it's crazy. Normally, like, going to the game, I would never like only time I go to Kroger Field, which I hate to even say that, is when Mel High is playing in the championship or something like that. Or
Right.
somebody like,
That's the
or
only
that's
time.
it. I don't do that Kroger in there. I just never do that. But normally, like Bump said, I don't mind watching it at home so I can dictate what's going
right,
on. If I'm not doing that, then you might catch me at Ron's, just watching it with him and things like that. But hell, I
right,
think I think it might be a losing streak at his house. I don't know if I'm
right,
going back.
right, right, right,
Think it's about five a losing streak with him. So
right.
I don't know about all that, but it's about having fun though. But yeah, I'm with you though, big time. Before we
Yeah.
go on this last one, I'm going to ask y'all real quick. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Did I bring it back up? Yeah. Prediction. What's the prediction, Mika? Let's go.
Uh, if things go how I think they're gonna go, how if our offense is all the way on, our defense is making every major stop that's needed, I'm gonna say 35-17.
Hmm.
Us,
Okay.
Louisville.
We knew you wasn't saying that. We knew that.
Right, right.
You ain't worry about that. Bump City.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 31-14 us.
Mm.
I think the defense is gonna come into play and the offense is gonna produce points like they have all season. So I don't think Kentucky can really score that much.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give us 31-14.
Damn, that's something that I was thinking about. That I was looking at that also. I'll spit it a little bit. I'll say 34 to 15. I think they may
Okay.
have to score late and do a 2 point just to save face, give them 15
Right.
points. Uh, it's all to me. It's all about Louisville.
It is.
What like you said, what we're gonna see, what we're gonna do,
We
who
determine. I really feel like we've determined our destiny on this game. It's whatever we
Yeah.
want to happen is gonna happen.
right,
So if they
right,
coming out there and they don't care, then we're not gonna win.
right. How bad you
I
want
think if
it?
I think if we I think if we establish a good running game because they got a heck of a defensive front. They do. If we could establish a running game and get going with that and let that open up the pass game, I think we'll beat them.
It's just so many of these guys' his last games, right? I mean, they're not going to the
Right.
Yeah,
bowl. They're not going to the bowl.
Right.
yeah.
Some of them is probably going to go pro. You got Weaver, who's been there for a while. He's from Louisville, so he's going to be hyped.
Right.
Walker, who I'm talking about, who is a surefire top 10 draft pick. How much does he want to play?
Defensive, yeah, defensive lineman.
He's 6'6",
He, he's a
300 some
monster.
pounds. How much does he want to play? Like, really?
Right.
This is the first time in 6 years or 7, 8, I say, 7 years or whatever, this is it for Kentucky. They're not going anywhere. So how
Right.
much can you get
Right.
them to say, play for your brother, play for the university? How many of them guys is on that team? How many guys is already saying we can ready transfer anyway? We're done with this shit. Hell, we don't even know
Yeah.
if you coming back. That type of stuff.
And
So it's
and on the other end, a lot of them never lost to Louisville. Well, most of
right.
them, no, none of them played on the team. So I
Well,
don't think
none
they
of
want to
them
But
at
go
this
out.
point.
but
None of them
not
have.
on
Right.
because if you get because as much as everybody says about Louisville transfer, they had a whole bunch of transfers too. So a lot of them ain't never played unless they played in the ACC and
Right.
got their ass whooped. Other than that,
True.
so yeah, and some of
Right.
them don't know. So yeah, I mean, my whole thing is that defensive line is it. That's the shit. DBs are
Yeah.
solid. You know what I'm saying? To good. That's it. But you have to break their will. You have to break their will. If you break their will, then it's over with. Make them
Jump
quit.
out early. Jump out
Make
early
them
on them.
quit. Make them quit in
Jump
their
out
first
early.
half. Make them quit in their first half so they be like,
Yeah.
Coach,
Yeah.
I don't even feel like playing, boss. I'm done. Shoulder pads is
Right.
off.
Right.
I done left the building
Right.
type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done, dude. You suck,
Right.
coach. You suck. All right, our last thing I want to say this. How important is a bowl win? Like, Louisville ain't won a bowl in a while. You know what I'm saying? Is it even important? I know we talked about, other stuff, but is a bowl important or a bowl win important to you guys? What's going on? Bump, let me start with you. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I believe it's important to kind of set the tone for the next season. But at the same time, it's just really another game. At this point, if you're not in the 12 team playoff, you really just playing to have another game and set the tone because a lot of your players are not going to be there next year. A lot of new guys will transfer out, and so you basically won't have the same team ever again. So I believe it's important to the point to where it helps you establish maybe an early ranking for next season coming in. But far as like for the fans, it's just somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully somewhere nice in Florida or somewhere like that.
Right.
What
Mika,
did we
what you
say yesterday? Maybe down in Nashville somewhere.
yeah. Mika, what you thinking?
For me, I think it's still important. Like, you still want to win. Like, you want to finish your season out. And I think Bows say that you were good enough. You had a good enough season to make it to a bowl because everybody doesn't go to a bowl game. So for me, it's important. I want to win. I want to finish the season on a high. And I want to be like, oh my God, I can't wait for football again. You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset behind a bowl game.
You- to me, I love it because, of course, get extra practice. But the win, I think, is necessary. We need to get back on that winning side. Also, it's really a scrimmage unless you playing in the playoffs or you playing in. I don't know if they still do. They even still have the Orange Bowl six. You know what I'm saying? Like the New Year's Day bowls, or is they all playoff? So the
I
whole
don't
shape.
know.
The whole shape of the landscape is changing. So if that's not irrelevant, then it really is a scrimmage, unless you in
Right.
that,
Yeah.
and then there's a lot of people who ain't gonna play. But I mean, I think it's definitely
Right.
important. But I would love to see that you knock out. Well, we don't lost what 3 to 4 in a row or something like that,
Yeah.
bowl games. So
And
get on the winning
Yeah.
side.
and don't nobody want to go to the Home Depot Bowl. You know what I'm saying? The Frito Lay Bowl or something. You
Mayo
know.
bowl, the
So
Mayo bowl,
right.
none of
Exactly.
that. Corn chip bowl. And nobody
Right.
want to do all that, bro. That's
Yeah.
fun. That's funky.
All
Nobody want to
right,
do
Yeah.
that.
y'all.
We
It's
ain't want
just
to do all
right.
that. That's a wrap. All right. Last but not least, it's Thanksgiving week, so want to know you guys. I didn't put this out there, but I just want to know what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish. What do you look forward to when Thanksgiving? What's that certain dish or side or whatever? It could be the meat. What do you what
Hmm.
bump? What you looking for Mom Dukes and everything? What are you
Oh man,
looking
I
for?
love it. Mom throws on that dressing, man. And fried turkey. Fried turkey and that dressing, man, for sure. Woo! Whew,
Mika, what you
that's
think?
all.
I ain't even gonna lie. The whole shebang is. I'm ready for
No,
everything. Like, cause
right.
you don't get that food all the time. So I'm ready to have sweet potatoes, dressing, greens, green beans, macaroni and cheese. I'm ready for it all. So I don't have no favorite. I like it all.
Ooh wee.
Right.
I'm gonna say my mom's broccoli casserole and
Mm,
her candy yams. I ain't gonna lie.
mm.
Wood smoked turkey ain't no joke. I could throw
You can't
down
put that. Now,
smoked
yeah.
turkey. Smoked turkey. You might want to holler at your boy big time. If you ain't never had that, come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing actually. I think I'm doing at least two turkeys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's all good. Just love and peace and harmony, big time. You gotta try it out for real, for real. So what you leaving the people with, Mika?
I just say go cards, BUK. Let's go.
Bump City.
Okay. I'm gonna say go cards. I'm gonna spend a special shout out to the Fonties, Mika's. You know what I'm saying? Mika's other crew. If you haven't checked them out on YouTube, check them out. I want to thank them for having us yesterday. We had a wonderful time. Thanks for having the crew out. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and go cards.
Big time, big time. Yes, the Thontes, definitely check them out. YouTube channel. You gotta holler at them. Hey, they took care of us. They took care of us. They had fun. I
Without
just I just
question.
want to
Yeah.
say I need to come back in a silhouette and call me Roger so we can really get the questions going. So we really get the questions going. Just call me Roger
hey,
and let me. They
hey,
can just hear my voices. They can just hear my voice or whatever. We can
You
taste
were
the
looking
sound.
for a more loose show.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
They
no,
get down. They get down.
yeah, I'm gonna be part of that. It's all good though. But
Right.
want to appreciate them. Much love. Happy Thanksgiving to
Thank
everybody.
you.
Take care
Happy
of your
Thanksgiving.
loved ones. Hug them, kiss them, all that kind of good stuff. Bird's eye view. It is what it is. L's up and
No
Bye.
doubt.
stay safe, guys. Peace out.
Peace.